Hey everybody, it's Ariel Flair, and welcome to 5 Days a Stranger. In the last episode, we got some introductions to Phil, Jim, Simone, and at least AJ for some part. And I am joined with my special guest, Gabriel.
How am I a special guest?
Well, you're here with this recording. Let's watch some TV. Our top story this morning. Police are still baffled by the apparent disappearance of television personality Simone Taylor. Ms. Taylor was due to film a documentary on the notorious DeFell Manor, and her camera crew reported that she never arrived. Police have been investigating the building, but so far have found no way to get inside. The DeFell family's... I can't even say that word! Michael Chisholm has only the key to the building and is currently unavailable. Ms. Taylor's disappearance coinciding with the disappearance of local youth from a nearby boarding school simply add to the legend surrounding the mysterious DeFell Manor. Reports... At least they found word. Actually, let's take a look at that article. The mystery of DeFell Manor. DeFell Manor, once was the country's more notorious safety homes, is renowned for being a great source of untold wealth. But what the curse surrounds the creaking house? The mansion was built in the early 19th century by the legendary explorer Roderick DeFell, in celebration of his retirement and marriage. Sir Roderick disappeared along with his only son at his 15-year anniversary of his wife's sudden death. After that, the house fell into possession of the succession of the heirs, most of whom died and disappeared in mysterious circumstances. The house was left abandoned after the last year the heir was thought to have died in 1946, till the recent appearance of Clarence DeFell, who managed to prove his connection with the lineage and inherit the house. Well then.
I hear noises.
Well, that's what happens if you click outside the box. Let's check the phone. Line's dead. Somehow I was expecting that. Let's go upstairs.
Well, you're in a locked house.
Oh, that's new. What the
Well, at least you got in.
She. Hey, Miss Taylor. Hello, Mr. Trilby. Which one do you wanna? Yeah.
2.
Did the others know? Do you know where the others are? Well, Philip said he was going into the garden. I don't know where Jim is. And AJ's still missing. Thanks. I'll do sleep well? To be honest, not really. I had this terrible dream. Someone killed you, Philip, and Jim, and it was a huge guy with a welding mask. Let me guess. He took off the mask and looked exactly like you? No. He actually looked exactly like you. What does it mean? Frankly, I don't want to know. Alright,
Did you break the lock on the door?
No, I just came here. I just came up here and it was like that. Suppose AJ must have done it. Must have been reading from that pile of books. I don't know exactly. I'd have to ask him. So I take it AJ hasn't turned up yet? No. Do you think he found a way out? If he did, he didn't have the decency to tell us. I wouldn't be surprised. He's kind of jumpy. Maybe he just saw an opportunity and took it. Maybe. What do you know about AJ? Not much. He refused to tell us anything about himself. Where he came from, why he came here, not even his full name. Kind of suspicious, isn't it? Do you think he had some kind of agenda? Wouldn't really know. Of course, you're no one to judge when it comes to withholding names. Heh. How are you holding up? Oh, spare me the glad Terry. I'm just fine. Do you know where the others are? Oh wait, we already asked that. See you later.
I'd be more concerned about that book on the floor.
Let's check what the books are about. Evidently, someone's been doing a little research here. Okay, let's check the green books. Edition of the Encyclopedia, nah, Woodhouse. Let's see, that's Woodhouse. Complete unbridged Oxford English Dictionary. These don't come cheap. Della's How to Cook series. Let's see, though. Brownswood. Just a couple of binders containing the old architecture plans. Oh, let's actually take that. Alright. Maybe. Collection of old road maps and at least probably tragically out of date. Lovingly bound textbooks of gardening. Books on Ocelot, no doubt interesting bedtime reading. Gem full of nothing but photo albums. What is this white stuff? Books, photography, cartooning, and watercolor. Ooh, watercoloring. Sun bleached skull, maybe placed here to add a gothic ambience. Some PG warehouse best. Historical text about the really well-known noble families. The history of the Defoe lineage. That looks interesting. Let's take that then. I think it's time I read up about the Defoe family. Roderick Defoe, later Sir Roderick Defoe, is probably the most famous of the lineage. Using a lot of inheritance he attained when his parents died suddenly, he embarked on a series of adventures throughout the globe, earning quite a reputation as a colonial explorer. He retired from adventuring at the age of 40 when he met his future bride, Belina Rothman, and fell instantly in love. He built a luxury manor in the English countryside, and the couple moved in as soon as the work was complete. By all accounts, the couple were I can't even say that word. Deliriously or something? But they were happy when it was made that Belena's sudden death while giving birth to her only son Matthew, all the more tragic. Sir Roderick was in mourning for a long time, leaving the upbringing of Matthew in hands of numerous nannies and tutors. When he had finally started taking on interest in his son, he was known to be bitterly disappointed when his son rejected the idea of joining the army, preferring to pursue art and literature. As Matthew neared the age of 15, however, him and his father seemed to grow closer. They didn't always see eye to eye, but they seemed to understand each other and offer unconditional love. And then, on Matthew's 15th birthday, he and Roderick disappeared. A servant found bloodstains in one of the rooms, but no bodies were found. The fate of Sir Roderick and his wayward son remains a mystery to the day. First of many mysteries, disappearances connected to Defoe line in the family house. Well then. Several volumes, The Digest of Visual Arts. Alright. Let's see if we can go to the garden and find Jim. Oh, there you are. Jim? Ah, hi, Mr. Shelby. Which one do you want to choose?
Do you know where the others are? Just to get that out of the way.
Do you know where the others are? Well, that never leaves. Well, I don't know where Mr. Hardy is. Miss Taylor's up in the library. The library? On the second floor. I think she broke the door open or something. Thanks. What are you reading there? Treasure Island. Found it in the living room. How are you liking it? Well, it's a bit heavy going. I prefer Terry Pratchett. Seen AJ anywhere? Not since yesterday morning. Seems pretty anxious about something. What did he say why? No. He just said something about getting to the bottom of all this. And then he left the room and I never saw him again. How are you feeling? Okay, I guess. I had this really horrible dream. But you don't want to hear about it. You're taking this imprisonment very well, I must say. Well, it's not that different from attending boarding school, really. Except there's no one to hit you across the knuckle when you talk too much at night. Ooh.
Ouch.
That's all. Okay, Mr. Chilby.
Ouch.
Well, what would you do? Well, I wouldn't really condone to doing that, but if a guy wouldn't shut up, what would you do?
Easy. Not talk to him?
But he's in the room and you can't sleep. Locked, of course. Water! I didn't bring my trunks. The water is deep and smells strongly of chlorine. There's a blurry shape visible in the water, but I can't tell what it is. Perhaps if the pool were drained. Alright, let's try to drain the pool then. Hey, Mr. Hardy. Well, look who's up. Do you know if if AJ's turned up yet? Not to my knowledge. In fact, I don't think we'll be seeing him ever again. Why not? Well, if it's some kind of reality TV stunt, he must have been in on it. Maybe he's gone to fire reports on how the hidden cameras aren't working. I honestly doubt that this is the work of BBC, Philip. Do you have a better explanation? Not yet. Well then. Bro, which one? Yeah.
Are you one of those who dug up the...
Okay. Are you the one who dug up half the lawn? Yeah. I was trying to dig my way out of this place. But the ground gets really solid 2 feet down, and the wall foundations go even further. That explains the holes nearest the walls. What about the others? Alright, I was looking for treasure. Happy now? Want some kind of metal? Just professional interest, you understand? Any luck? With treasure? Nah. Found some kind of pipeline running under the lawn, but not much else. How are you doing? Oh, I'm just fine. And when I find a way out, I'll be even better. What are you doing with that metal detector? It's actually part of the plan to get out of here. Oh, good. I've heard there's some kind of family tomb buried somewhere under the grounds. If I can find it, there might be another way out, another way to the surface. And I presume any family valuables they hide down there will be an unexpected bonus. Hey, judge not least be judged yourself. You're a cat burglar, for God's sake. At least I have a sense of priorities.
Ooh.
Well, when you find an escape route and save the Saul, be sure to apologize profuse. Oh my god. I can't say words! How do you know there's a tomb there? I don't. That's what this metal detector's for. How do you know there's anything to detect? It's probably all stones and dusty corpses. Actually, you'd be surprised how much metal can be found in the tomb. Belt buckles, coffin handles, candlesticks. Gold, silverware. Implying something? Oh, goodness me, no. Listen, the tomb could be on the other side of the grounds for all you know. Sure, but this is as good place as any start. And until I see some kind of evidence for its location, I'll continue to my systematic sweep. All right then. You think that book that we no, not that. You think that book that I found in the library where it says like the architect? Think it has the...
Maybe.
My god, I need to like stop clicking outside the box. Which book was it again? Was it this one? Yeah, that one. Let's very old arc check the map. There's the Defoe Manor with the underground tomb clearly marked as the beginning of the front yard. But there's something odd about this map, like there's something missing.
My bloody hands.
There's something here that doesn't belong. Something I don't recall seeing in the house. Okay, so the side of the ground tombs. That's the front yard. So we're on the first floor. That's when you leave. That's the area. So, okay, that's where the TV, where the lounge was, in that creepy area. That's the dining room, kitchen, and backyard with the shed. But what's that? Alright, well, we got what we came here for.
We're off.
Oh my god, my throat. Alright, let's give him the map. Hey, Mr. Hardy, I found this old map in the library. Did you? Dig a look. Tomb was quite clearly under the front yard. But this is the backyard. There's no way into the front yard. Sucks, doesn't it? Well, I guess that's my escape plan out of the window. That's my escape plan out the window. Thanks much, buddy. Don't mention it. Can I borrow that metal detector? Why the hell not? Take away my hopes, might as well take my only worldly possession, too. Have fun with it. Now, do excuse me. Okay, so now, remember, let's try to see if we can find the pipeline. Use that. Can track where the pipeline leads to this metal detector. The trail ends here. Well, what do we have here? Philip's lab rings must have covered it up. Panel. That didn't really seem to do anything. Aha. Pull!
Go in thy water.
Well, we're not in water, so...
Sweet Jesus.
Christ! Oh, Christ. He got his neck cut. It's definitely the man I met on landing, presumably AJ. Looks like someone tied him to the iron hook at the bottom of the pool. And also he was dead before then. His throat had been slit by something large, which is by some large-edged weapon. God, the stench. I've got to find the others. Dead? How? Murdered. He was stabbed to death and tied to the bottom of the pool. Oh my god. You know what this means, don't you? We're the only ones in this house. Killer has to be one of us. Not necessarily. I don't think any of us could ever engineer... Shut up! It was you, wasn't it? You killed AJ, now you're covering your tracks. Philip, you're being absurd. Why would Trilby tell us where his body was if he wanted to hide it? He's covering his tracks. He was the last to arrive. Don't tell me you're not a bit suspicious of him. Look, what happened to AJ was a terrible thing. But if we let it tear us apart, we could all go the same way. He's got a point, Philip. Oh, I see. You're all in this together. Philip, shut up. As far as I'm concerned, there's no one I can trust anymore. From now on, it's every man for themselves. Philip. Idiot. He's shaken. We all are. So what do you think? About AJ, I mean. I'm not really sure. But I think we're being haunted. Oh. Well, at least someone's keeping their heads. Look, I'm not exactly in love with such an unscientific idea as a murderous ghost. But nothing other than supernatural could have engineered the situation. And this house has a bad history. History I think it's time I started looking into. Well, do whatever you want. I think I'm going to look into AJ's death with a slightly more sustainable attitude. Where's Jim? Someone should tell him about AJ. I think he went upstairs. I'll go look for him. Father? Jim? Jim, is that you? What are you doing, Father? What? Father, no! Don't! No, don't! Father! Father! Hold on. Dear Christ. Oh! Mr. Trilby? Day 3. Jim?
Well,
Sorry, Mr. Trilby. You wanted me to wake you. Did I? You remember yesterday? You told me about AJ, then you said you were going to look into the house. And you asked me to wake you this morning so you get started. Yes, I remember. Thank you, Jim. Anytime. Well then.
that's something.
So, what do you think of this so far?
Probably some hidden. I have no idea.
Well, this is day 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.